And we are back once again with the SDL recaps. We're going over week 5 with my boy Wyatt. Wyatt, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Hi, I'm Wyatt, everybody. um,
What an intro. But joined by my
yep,
boy Wyatt over here. We're going to go through some of these games. Going to go over the week. We got quite a few transactions to go through. And then we got some quite
some
interesting
wild
matches.
games.
Yeah, well, definitely wild is definitely it's definitely an understatement. There was definitely some interesting games that we're definitely going to get into. So let's go ahead and let's just move on. Let's go ahead and see the updates for our current standings.
So we see
Go for it.
Gamers United is still at the top. We do see that they finally got a loss, though. I think later in the video we'll see potentially who they lost to. Then next in the top 3 we have CatDawg, which I believe is Meowdoria and your one and only Merbdog. With a solid record, 8-2. And then we have Positive like a Proton rounding up the top 3. And then everybody else is doing pretty well too, except sadly for Pixie Pals.
Yeah, I do definitely think we did have the bottom of the group. We did have some wins. So actually, we have the Void Radiance is currently on a 4-game win streak. So they actually
Oh, that's huge for them.
or 4 game, something like that. So they've actually jumped up quite a bit. You see you see also Trick Room Services jumped from 9th to 8th. So you see quite a few jumps. It seems like the top 4 has stayed consistent so far.
Yep. And it seems like, yeah, honestly, everybody all the way down to 9th is like in the race for playoffs. It just, unfortunately for Pixie Pals, I think they might be struggling a little bit. I haven't done the calculations if they can still make playoffs, but it's pretty tight all for everybody else. So it's pretty nice to see everybody trading blows and not just only having like one or a couple of teams dominating.
Well, technically, all they have to do is they have to come in 8th. We're doing a top.
That's true.
We're doing a top 8. So
Actually, that's true.
As of right now, there's only 4 games separating them from 8th.
I forgot that it's top 8. So they only got to move up 2 spots. So it's definitely doable.
Yeah, we definitely did have. So it seems like the top 3/4 have stayed consistent for the season, but definitely the lower half of the div, we've just been having a lot of jumps. I mean, like we were talking about, we had Trick Room Services jumped up. Void Radiance made a decent jump. You see a little bit of a fall from the Tarapagoats, but there definitely is any of those. Technically, you got right there. You have 1, 2, 3. Sorry, geez. You have 5 teams fighting for 4 spots.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting end to the season in a couple weeks to see who makes it.
100%, 100%. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of these kill leaders we got.
Wow. I actually haven't seen the kill leaderboard in a while. I'm surprised by some of these, like the Ferrothorn and Delta Div. 9-1 is crazy for such a defensive Pokemon.
Well, when you pair it up next to a Mega Milotic and it just fucking sits there and just doesn't die, and it's one of those mods
that combo is just so good. They cover each other so well.
Yeah, it really is. My poor Haxor has finally fallen down from grace. I've only brought it 3 games though, so I mean.
And he can definitely get back up there too, because he just has to pass the Ferrothorn, and he's definitely a more offensive Pokemon.
Yeah, we definitely do have we have Toxapex also. I mean, it's interesting because for the Delta division, you have a
lot of these are defensive mons in the
exactly. You have some defensive mons with Ferrothorn. You have Mega Milotic. You have Mega Stunfisk is obviously offensive, but is rather slower.
Still bulky, yeah. It's a slow, bulky boy.
Then you got your Delta, Metagross, and Toxapex all within your top 10. And then you flip over to the other side, and it's pure offense.
Yeah, I feel like the Mega Div makes a lot more sense. Like a lot of these guys are purely offensive, or even like the 2 tanky ones, the Stunfisk and Milotic still have like a fuck ton of special attack too. So yeah, that makes sense.
It's definitely interesting seeing the comparison.
It's pretty wild.
Between the 2 divisions.
It's pretty wild that Stunfisk has only died once in the Mega Div since it's so slow.
Yeah. Meowdoria has definitely been piloting quite well.
playing it really well. Yeah.
And I mean, you have a bunch of mods even too. Like I mean, when you look at the Delta division, we have I mean,
Excadrill is like technically like you don't often see like non-Terra Excadrill making the leaderboards, but Mark's Excadrill has been going nuts lately.
Yeah, and there's quite a few mods. I mean, even I'm just surprised, kind of looking through everything now, just looking at the deaths. I mean, you have Mega Stunfisk only has died once. You have Spectrier has only been brought 2 games in a 6-1. You have Galarian Zapdos only dying once. Then you got Ferrothorn dying once. You got Mega Melodic
The deaths
not
are
dying.
crazy low.
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of mons that have died very little, yet has racked up many kills. So it's definitely interesting to see. It's something new.
This is not at all what I would have expected.
Yeah, I wonder if some of these defensive mons are going to stay up on the leaderboard, or we're going to see some offensive mons coming up.
Yeah, that's true. I think there's still like how many weeks? There are still 3 more weeks, so a lot can change by then.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see. I do know every time I look at these, there are some mons that are coming and going, and seeing Toxapex and Metagross
that Spectrier is on pace to top the charts because it's getting 3 kills a game so far.
Well, if only it gets brought.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only thing. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of the awards we got for this week. For the Mega Division, we got Steering's Arcanine, Average's Delta Octillery being the unlikely hero. Both of those we won't get into too much as actually for also the most defensive mon, the Steering's Metagross Delta. We'll be watching those, so I won't get into too much. Tiny Dog is Alpha's Mega Lucario, aka me. Every single week it just gets swapped in to get fucking one shot. It's been very sad to see. I don't even think I've seen a Mega evolve. It just gets killed before then. So sad.
Wow.
And then
very sad.
Yeah, and then your co-host Wyatt, what you got?
I chose Average's Delta Octillery this week because when looking up all these Insurgents mons, I thought it looked really cool in Trick Room with spamming Overheat. And that's exactly what Average's Delta Octillery did this week to great success. And I just thought it's really cool. You know, he clicks one button, but he clicks it super well. Very cool guy.
Yeah, and we'll be watching that replay, so we'll definitely get more into it. For the Delta Division, we got the top dog is Princess Swallow, which funny enough is a new transaction.
I know that Swallow very well.
That you do. You have history with that Swallow, which is definitely gonna be fun having you commentate that match. Serathim's Toxapex. We will not be watching. No, we will be watching that game. The one we will not be watching is Matt's Knuckle Stack getting the Fluffy Dog of the week. It was just really defensive, and it was honestly you would think the Rock type is funny enough, the Rock type, you always have defensive mons. And you really only see those defensive mons really excel recently with Terra. And Knuckle Stack being a really big mon that has, especially for Gen 9 draft, being able to Terra, it's a very big backbone for a lot of defensive teams. And we don't Terra here in Insurgents, but it actually had very great success and did not die and actually picked up 2 kills for itself in that match. So that was really cool to see.
It's really cool because usually Knuckle Stack is that budget Terra option, secondary Terra at the end of the draft that you only bring when you have like a good matchup with Terra Ghost or Fairy or something. So it's quite cool to see it perform without the Terra.
Exactly. And then we got Tiny Dog of the Week is Mark's Delta Crustle Cake, which he actually ended up dropping, which we'll go into, but had to give it the boot going out. And then your co-host for Delta Div.
Oh yes. So I chose the Swallow again because the Swallow performed like crazy, which I know a bit too well, and as we'll see in the replay later.
Yeah, don't spoil too much. Don't spoil too much, but yeah, we'll definitely get into that match. And that's just the updated graphic of what we have. I find it really interesting, and actually I'm quite happy that we see the awards have been spread out quite a bit. The only repeat is my Delta Haxorus, which just got 2 sweeps early on in the season. But besides that, we have different. We've had different mons everywhere for every single award, so it's been really cool to see. Not only having every single coach up here, I think maybe.
Also, a ton of variety.
Yeah, the variety.
I think there's only 1 repeat in the entire time.
Yep.
Might be a bit rigged because it's your Pokemon, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. In my defense, I totally wasn't gonna make an MVP week 2, but I was damn convinced. So it is what it is.
That's okay.
It is
understandable.
what it is. But alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's jump on in and let's watch some of these replays. Alrighty, first up, we go ahead. We got the match of Gamertag, the undefeated versus Steering.
I'm really excited to see this one because I haven't watched it yet, but I'm hoping that it's a banger because this was the first loss of Gamertag, I believe.
Hey, spoiler!
Wait, okay, whoops. No, I forgot that. Wait, should we restart?
No,
you're restart.
No, okay. You're fine. You're fine.
I forgot that.
I mean,
some other people might not have seen this game yet.
No, with Steering's Arcanine being MVP, I mean, you kind of gotta. It's kind of an assumption. But yes, this does end up being Gamertag's first loss of the season. But we do have both the defensive Mon and the MVP on Steering side.
So far, we've got some hazards being traded, and a little bit of chip happening on Steering side of the field. A lot of switching. Okay, we got some more chip. I'm curious. I think I also had a matchup with that Metagross against the Ferrothorn Milotic combo, so I'm curious to see what he does with it.
Yeah, which actually he used his Metagross to great success in this match.
I also see he has the Noctem or whatever the night weather is called. I guess to help out Darkrai, which is pretty cool. He went for the Diamond Storm, increased his defense against the Metagross. I mean, against the Ferrothorn. That's pretty cool. Then Gyro Ball. Still does a lot of damage, actually. Oh, misses the Power Whip, though.
Yep,
and then he just heals up with Synthesis. That's pretty cool. Yep. And he can just keep fishing for these defense boosts.
Yep, this was
pretty cool set.
This was one bulky Metagross. Case in point, getting the defensive Mon of the week for Mega, but...
Well, yeah, and eventually it'll get through the Ferrothorn as well with like +4 defense, I'm assuming.
Yeah, with Ferrothorn, Leaf Storm, funny enough, or Leech Storm, Leech Seed is a big part of Ferrothorn in order to be able to constantly live and Oh
wow, that's a lot of Darkrai damage.
That it is.
Yeah, I guess
not even in
Aggron is low special defense, so I guess that makes sense. Wow, this guy is tanky, Regirock. Holy shit. He's tanking outrages like it's nothing.
Why would you run Tri-Skin?
I think it's the opponent's son, but yeah, that's still strange. Maybe for the Milotic. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. That's without an item.
Yeah, that's Mega Milotic, and then...
Although this...
Metagross coming in.
Metagross is going to do a ton of damage. Oh, he is slower, though, so... yeah, I don't think he... Does he have a grass move? No, he has Earthquake. He does have a grass
HP.
move. Okay, nice.
The 1 HP live. So I'll just do a quick pause right here because this is the case in point for Metagross right here. So a big... technically for both Gamers United, so both Gamertag and his teammate, the Mega Milotic core, Mega Milotic and Ferrothorn core is kind of a big thing, and Steering literally used his Metagross Delta to basically 2v1 his 2 big threats.
Yeah, it got so much value here. Because, as we've seen in the scoreboard, the Milotic and Ferrothorn have been probably the key to success for this team, so one Pokemon taking out both of them is pretty nuts. Then it seems like Arcanine is just cleaning up. Oh,
well,
I don't know if that
this was I will say this is a huge turn right here. The fact that you have
the upper the upper hand
hand.
was a good call by Gamertag, but it seems like Steering knew about the tech and went for the Earthquake instead.
Yeah, I'd be curious if that kills. You would think it probably does.
I mean, it's super effective, so it might have. But good call on Steering, playing around it. And then I'm not sure if this crit mattered on Garchomp here, but
I definitely.
But,
I mean, this is a +2, but I think that's something where it's probably a roll there, but probably you would think it would probably be more in favor of Gamertag.
Because like maybe if the Garchomp lives, he outrages, kills the Arcanine, and then Darkrai comes in, and then
yeah, then it would.
I don't know the HP on this Darkrai right now, but he probably has to.
No, I mean,
yeah, he's 91.
91, and he was Life Orb, so it definitely.
He has a Life Orb, yes. So he might, if he had Sludge Bomb, maybe it OHKOs the Mismagius after. Not sure about how that calc looks, but.
Yeah, I don't know. He would have to be able to one-shot it because the Mismagius
probably
has.
He could also have gone for maybe a Nasty Plot on the Garchomp if he lives the Outrage, but that's a powerful move, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Either way, though, well played by Steering with the Metagross and playing around the upper hand.
Yeah, that Metagross was definitely really big in this match.
Yep.
All right, now we got.
I don't believe I've seen this game either. So
yeah, now we got.
Oh, this is the Octillery game. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
This is the Octillery game. So let's just go ahead and go through and watch what.
Dragonite looks so goofy. Holy shit.
So this is where I
Wait,
have.
Did he?
Yes, I have to wonder.
Setting the rain, and then I guess it doesn't remove the rain, it just like disables it while Hoopa's on the field, but very interesting sequence of turns there.
Yeah, I mean I guess I just don't understand, because you have Swift Swim on Dragonite, but what on the other team is faster than just base Dragonite?
That's true. That is an extremely slow team.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why. I mean, especially in front of a Runerigus that could sit here and damn Earthquake.
Probably, like, I'm just looking at this team, and a Water move would have done a lot of damage to everything except Amoonguss. Which I guess is what Average swapped in, so not bad. Yeah, getting put to sleep there is pretty rough. Oh my, wait, this is multiple weathers, I just realized. We swapped from manual rain to sun with the Soul Rock. And now we got Solar Power Noivern. Wow, this thing must hurt. Solar Beam, this is gonna do a lot. Oh my god, on a crit too. Crazy.
I like seeing him use special. Cause
it's pretty cool.
He's been running physical, which Solar Power boosts your special attack. So the fact that he's using that special is good to see, and then he just
makes a lot more sense to be special. Also, wow, the Octillery doing so much damage, and then increasing its damage every turn as well. Wait, it's also making use of the opponent's sun, I just realized too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So those overheats are doing crazy damage right now.
Which you gotta
I'm pretty sure
I think what he's doing is trying to stall out the Trick Room and the sun.
Yeah.
You would think,
unfortunately,
think
all you got left now is a Sleeping Hoopa and a Dragonite against the Amoonguss.
Yeah, I feel like there could have been some sacks that he could have done, and then maybe seeing if he could set up the rain. But I just guess that's so weird, having manual rain with Dragonite and then having
the sun after too.
Auto sun. And then not only that, then having him on with Cloud9 that just eliminates.
Yeah. I actually don't really see what benefits on this team other than Dragonite itself from the rain. Maybe like the Zebstrika has Thunder or something, but I don't know. Either way, though, really cool Octillery performance from Average, getting, I think it's 5th kill there, or 4th kill, I mean. Finally switches it out on the Rain Dance. And then, now we got a Soul Dragonite and a
Leaf Storm
Sleeping
Amoonguss,
Hoopa.
though. I've never seen an Amoonguss use Leaf Storm.
I've seen it with like Eject Pack before, but not just like raw like that. And then Hoopa finally wakes up, but we're in Trick Room already, so I think it's too little too late. Yeah, those Gyro
Why
Balls
does this
do so much
Cavalier
damage.
get freaking Gyro Ball even though he's Fairy type now? That's kind of crazy.
That's true. I thought it was Fairy Steel, but it's just Fairy.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the Paralyze. It's Trick Room though, so it might not be too
No, that's maybe why he's running Thunder.
consequential. So he wanted to boost his own
Ooh.
Thunder. That makes sense. Or they. Um. Yeah, but I think this one's a wrap unless we get some para hacks.
What's the chances for Thunder to para?
I think it's 30. I used to think it was 10%, but then apparently it's 30. It's 30%, just like discharge.
That's too
So
back
it's
to
basically
back.
just an upgraded discharge. All right. Well, this might take a while, but I think eventually this Dragonite's gonna eat a Leaf Storm and die.
Well, no,
I guess it's gonna sleep first. Yeah.
Alrighty, well that's what we got for. Firstly,
Really cool
let's
seeing
let's just say that's what Octillery. That's the whole thing.
The Octillery clicked its move 4 times and got a kill on each time.
That it did.
Really cool.
That it really did. It is hard Trick Room team. It's also good because I think that's averages first. This is his first win that was not a forfeit win.
Oh, nice.
So it's nice nice to see him finally use his Trick Room to great success and be able to get this one. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's go through Wyatt. So
this match.
I think first off, I think you should go into the history of your you versus Prince's Swallow, and then I am not going to talk. I am just going to let you commentate on this game.
Sure. So my history with the Swallow is in the previous season of SDL, Prince also essentially 6-0'd me with the Swallow. It was with the classic Specs Boomburst set, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, he just cleaned me up with a Swallow off lead, basically. And yeah, I guess we can get into this replay now.
Yeah, but I will just like to say, I think Prince purposely, this is Swallow's first week on the team. I think he purposely
he did just get it in transactions, so he definitely could have just got it from me.
All right, let's go.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah, let's get into this.
As we'll see. All right, so let me do my thought process here too. Here, what did I do this first turn? Okay, here I thought it would be the special set, so I get my light screen up because I live any hit. I did not expect the physical set, but hey, so far so good. I just got the screen wrong, but I lived this hit anyway. I really should have just gone for the reflect here, but I kind of disrespected it and tanked that hit. So now I'm kind of like, the only thing that really wants to switch into Swallow is Iron Shreds here. So here I'm like, okay, I'm gonna Ice Spinner in case he just stays in. And here I thought he would finally switch out, after that Protect, but no, he was staying. So I get in my Metagross. And then here, once again, I disrespect him, and I think I set up instead of just killing him because I expected him to switch out again. And then here, I believe he switches out because the Metagross is faster. Oh no, he has Quick Attack and just kills it. So yeah, disrespected the Swallow a lot so far, and I'm paying the price for it. Now the problem is my Iron Shreds can take 1 more Swallow hit, but not 2, so I can't switch it in anymore. I can only use it as a revenge killer of sorts. And then now this Annihilate's just getting boosted for free, and I'm like, I'm just gonna click some moves here. I think I do take down the Annihilate here or force it out with the Zero Aura. Oh no, I think I disrespect this too and Calm Mind first because I was kind of desperate, and then it gets its rest off. And then now I'm really in trouble because I don't one-shot this, so. Prince confused at Zero Aura being special here in the chat. And then here I think I can revenge kill with Chandelure. At least I got my 1 kill this game, so it's not a 6-0 so far. And then now, unfortunately, this Swallow is basically able to one-shot all of my remaining Pokemon. Which is pretty crazy, by the way. This is a full HP Chandelure, and that Swallow has no boosts or anything.
Nope, it just...
Which is insane damage for a 5-pointer, or whatever it is. But Prince used it well, though. He basically got all the 50-50s right, and he outplayed me. And this bird will once again haunt my nightmares. Haunt me in nightmares. Oh, I was so close to taking it down with the last burn too, but it doesn't activate since the game was over.
Yeah, the Swallow being special. He basically said, "I swept you last time with with
And then he
special
swapped.
swallow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do physical swallow this time and just doing the classic flame orb guts with fucking facade. These low point normal mons getting guts and just slapping things are really a problem in a lot. And yes, swallow is the goat.
Indeed. And it's pretty cool that he picks it up and immediately gets a crazy game with it. So
Prince is special. I think
proud of Prince.
Swallow is definitely one of Prince's.
It should definitely become his signature mon now.
Honestly, makes me want to try it, but
I definitely need to try it one day. That damage is nuts.
Honestly,
I guess it is really frail on the flip side, but yeah.
All right, let's go ahead for the last replay. We got MentalMarc versus Serathim. Serathim having his underdog underdog of the week being Toxapex, and Mark's...
I haven't seen this game, so I'm curious to see what happens.
Yep, and then Mark's Crustle Cake, like we said, he went ahead and dropped it now, so we're giving it a good old kick in the ass out of the league by having it a tiny dog. But let's go ahead and watch it and see what happens.
I've not seen this game, so I'm curious. All right, we got the Toxapex switching into the Surf, taking nothing and regenerating back. Good swap into the Excadrill, not expecting a water move and called it correctly. Wow, this Toxapex is not leaving apparently. Still on the field.
No, you'll see.
Finally goes to the Skarmory.
You'll see a theme with this.
Oh my god, super effective move dealing 14%. Crazy. Oh my god. There goes Hoopa. It's a lot of damage. Scarf. Wow. So that was potentially a scarfed...
Yeah,
What is that? A Greninja? Scarfed Greninja against a Scarf Hoopa, potentially.
Yep, he's taken a play out of Miami Adoria's book, because last week he brought 2 weeks ago, he brought Scarfed Hoopa, and we went scarfed Fezidipity with the U-turn.
Oh, that's smart. Just barely outspeeds it.
Yep, they definitely...
Okay, so far looking like a good game for MentalMarc. He got the Hoopa down, and pretty much all of his Pokemon are full HP, I'm pretty sure. Get the rocks up too. Unfortunately, he gets Toxic here, but goes back to Pecharunt. Gets the parting shot. Wow, this Toxapex is just staying on the field quite a lot. Goes to Excadrill now. Baneful Bunker fails, has to go Skarmory. Yeah, it's weird because he kind of needs the Excadrill to break the Toxapex, but then the Excadrill can't really break the Skarmory. So he's running into two big walls that he can't break so far. Oh, well, that's a lot of progress already. Oh, gets the Earth Power turn wrong, though. Expecting a Toxapex switch in, probably. Does he? Oh, he gets the Skarmory kill now, though, so I wonder what's going to stop the Excadrill from sweeping here next time. Lunar Cannon. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage.
I was shocked.
Wait, does Darkrai have a different ability in this?
Yes, it has
Absolution. Oh my god, that's why everybody's picking Darkrai with the night, the new moon. I didn't realize he had a new ability too. I thought they were just doing it like for the boosted dark moves. Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Okay, he gets the setup on what is that again? That is a Delta Mega Bisharp, right? Yeah, okay. Looks like a horse.
Yeah.
But Excadrill here has some pretty nice Earthquake clicks. Since the Lunatone is not going to have Levitate. Oh, he gets burned, though. Very unfortunate. Because now I'm not sure he can do enough damage to get through this team anymore. Doing only 30 to Toxapex. Wow. So the burn was pretty unfortunate there.
He is burned, but at the same time, I mean, you got a super effective attack from damn Excadrill.
That is
being
true.
Mold Breaker doing only 67 to a friggin' Toxapex. This mon is just stupid.
Very bulky. Oh, this thing. Oh my god, +3, +3, +3. It's the first time that I see the Crustle Gig. Also gets burned immediately. Oh, brings the dig. I'm guessing that that's its only ground move, perhaps. Very unfortunate that it's also burned here. Not doing a lot of damage, even at +3.
Yep, and from talking to...
Oh, he went for the wild charge for the Toxapex, I think.
Yep,
there.
and then from talking to Serathim, his Metagross, or his Matang, I'm sorry. His Matang was literally a counter for Crustle.
That makes sense. I'm assuming it had like Eviolite or something and super bulky.
Yep.
And then yeah, it just seems like with just these mons left and the Excadrill burn, nothing can get through this Toxapex anymore.
Yep.
This thing's gonna die to Toxic soon. Wow. Never seen a Toxapex go so hard before. Basically soloing the whole team.
I'll say the only unfortunate part is, I guess
Some unlucky burns for MentalMarc for sure, but overall, pretty cool game.
Between that and then Mark did by chance, he messed up during his prep and did not have an attacking move on Petra.
Oh no, on the Petra?
Yeah, having...
Only foul play.
Yeah, maybe having...
if he had like Shadow Ball, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe having Shadow Ball, this could have gone differently.
The foul play is now burnt, and hitting a mon that is at like negative... How much attack now? Like -3 attack. So it's dealing absolutely no damage.
Yeah, because I mean, he would have been able to out-recover the Toxapex, and eventually you would think it would have been able to do enough damage to...
force all its recovers out and then make it use Regenerator and keep switching or something.
Yeah, then you have Shadow Ball, which you're gonna hit Lunatone for Super Effect. So I mean, there was a chance if he had like Shadow Ball or something on it, that was just a mishap during prep.
Yep.
Let's just
And then I'm assuming eventually the Lunatone gets through. I'm pretty sure it's ran out of recovers here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate for MentalMarc, but yeah, what's his name? Serathim played this one really well.
Yeah, you can see why Toxapex was. He almost got MVP. He really almost got MVP. That Swallow being just so fun. I think it deserved it. That Toxapex was definitely an unexpected mon to be able to.
As the one on the receiving end of the Swallow, I definitely agree with MVP there. Basically soloed my whole team.
Alrighty, let's go ahead. We got some transactions to go over. Let's go ahead and jump on over and see what we got.
Let's check these out.
Alrighty, let's go ahead. Funny enough, I believe all of these transactions were only in the Delta division. So, by you being...
Oh, wow, okay. So they're all in my division.
It's
I don't believe I've done any this week. I did a ton of them a couple weeks ago, but...
Yep. Our division, by the way. But yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're also in my division.
Yep, but we got, I believe, 4 transactions, so let's go ahead and let's get to the first one. So, first things first, we will see after this, but Serathim made a trade once again after just picking up the Mega Spiritomb. He ended up trading with Prince to get Mega Typhlosion.
That guy is interesting. I forget what his ability is, but it's one. I think it boosts special attack or something similar.
In the darkness.
In weather.
Darkness.
I don't remember. It's in darkness. Okay, and I think he's like electric steel, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty cool mon.
So it was a really.
It's cool that he doesn't share types with any of the other darkness Pokemon, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a really good pickup on his part to. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, I think, because it was a good for getting a Fairy Resist, because his only Fairy Resist is Delta Magmortar being Steel, and obviously he has more Fairy. Let me take that back a little bit. He did have some fairy resists, but obviously fairy smacks a lot of his team. So
yeah, relying really hard on the Skarmory and
he
Toxapex.
kind of got an offensive steel type, but he got rid of. I guess he just got more fighting weak by doing that. I mean, at least with Mega Spiritomb, you were immune. So if you're getting slapped by a Choice Band or Choice Scarf Mon that's just using fighting moves, at least he had a counter for it. To where now he's kind of lost that. I mean, obviously you still got your Toxapex, but still.
I definitely like the additional fairy check because like his 2 fairy checks right now, Skarmory and Toxapex, are both really, really passive. So like something like Sub or something would kind of destroy them, other than Whirlwind on Skarmory. So it's nice to see him have one that can also threaten the enemy team, and just a great wall breaker in general.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting. I play him this upcoming week, so I'll definitely get to. Unfortunately,
bring fighting moves.
Oh well, my Sneasler's gonna pop off, but
there we go.
Yeah, but I versed Typhlosion week 1 against Prince, so I gotta face that stupid thing again this week, which it's just a stupid Mon. So, but
looking at its stats, it must do crazy damage.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be able to see that coming up here soon. And then we went ahead and got Prince's new team, which literally is just
so now,
like we kind of swapped, is going from Mega Typhlosion to Mega Spiritomb.
So that's just that clean swap. Let's see the rest of his team here. Yeah, I mean it's a cool wall breaker for him. He already had it seems like he wanted Magnezone to replace the Typhlosion as well, which is cool, dropping the Wo-Chien. Yeah. Which makes a lot of sense because that Pokemon doesn't do that much, really.
Yeah, plus it's another Steel type. He got rid of his only Steel type, so went ahead and picked up that Magnezone.
Yep. The Excelgor that he already has is also interesting. I wonder if he'll bring it at some point.
I would love to see it.
Other than that, yeah, pretty small change so far. I think his big change was more like the week before where he got the Swallow.
Yeah. Yeah, the few changes before was definitely big. His core stays the same. He just basically is trading a Wo-Chien for Mega Spiritomb, basically, and then, Typhlosion is exactly the same as Magnezone. So I definitely think it's a plus for. I think he's definitely better off here.
I think that's an upgrade for him for sure.
Yep. Alrighty, then. Actually, for me, I actually made a transaction.
Changes.
I never make transactions. I only made a tiny one.
So I see that the top 8 stays the same.
Yep.
And then we swapped Delta Reuniclus for Delta Lantern. I'm actually not sure what Delta Lantern does. I think it's like fire type, something.
So it's Fire Ghost. So the big thing I did was I really wanted to use Delta Reuniclus. Delta Reuniclus being Rock and Ghost is definitely interesting typing. I originally drafted.
It's a typing that doesn't exist in the real game, so I'm curious.
Yeah, I originally drafted it though for its abilities, because it gets not only Intimidate but it gets Levitate.
So, and Levitate with those types makes it so good.
It was two very good abilities.
Immunities,
it's just
or abilities.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, its speed was just really hindering me from bringing it, and I never brought it. So that
makes sense.
It was kind of one of those things where it's one of those mons that, like, on paper it was good, but just with my team it never fit in.
Yeah, especially like you have a lot of like strong Pokemon already. And that happens to me too sometimes, where I'm like, damn, this like 9th pick is like really cool and I want to use it, and then like every week I'm like, wow, I just have to bring my top 6. They're too strong. Can't afford to bring him.
I mean, am I ever going to bring Delta Lantern? I'm definitely probably going to do it at some point. But I mean, basically it's just like regular Lantern with decent special attack and just major HP pool.
Okay.
But Delta Lantern actually gets it's Fire Ghost, but it actually gets like Tail Glow.
Oh, so it could set up pretty hard.
Yeah, to do a big boost. So I mean, it there's definitely some fun sets I kind of think of by looking at its move pool. So
its stabs are pretty hard to wall as well. Not many Pokemon resist both fire and ghost.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna. Its only negative thing is its speed, but I think I have some compensations for that, and I think I'm gonna try to. I'm definitely gonna try to bring it one week.
I'm excited to see that week.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see how it does.
It's just a small change, but also its ability is a levitate, so it.
Oh, that's also huge.
Yeah, so I keep my levitate mon, which at the same time I have grassy terrain, so it's.
I love Pokemon with immunity abilities. They're always fun.
Don't you know? And then our last change was Mark. Like we said, he went ahead and dropped his Delta Crustle. He called it a fraud. He says it sucks. We definitely gave it the tiny dog. We gave it the tiny dog award.
From what I've heard, it's like a noob bait a bit. Like everybody goes like, "Wow, simple with Shell Smash," but then in practice, it's a lot harder to use than it seems. That's what I've heard, at least.
Yeah.
I'm not too knowledgeable in Insurgents.
I mean, I've never used it. Mark, he's straight up said he didn't. He never utilized it. Like he called it a fraud. So I mean, going by a buddy's experience, I kind of will give it to him. But he swapped that out for Zygarde, which I definitely think is interesting. I mean, Zygarde's main weakness is your ice types, which I mean, you got not only Delta Dragonite, but you got Delta Regice. That's just gonna freaking wall any for days all of his ice types.
The rest of his team seems pretty chill against ice types. Like you got Mega Delta Bisharp. That's a mouthful. Is pretty weak. To ice, but the rest of his team, I think that's the last weakness, other than Greninja, who like doesn't really take any hits anyway. Actually, wait, is Greninja Grass Fire?
Yep, Grass Fire.
Oh yeah, then that guy's not even weak to ice anyway. So yeah, you're right. I think this is one of the situations where the 4x Ice Weak Zygarde can fit pretty well.
Yep, I will say the only negative I will say about that is he does lose his only fairy type.
I will say too that Freeze Dry kind of goes hard here. It's unresisted, so like
Freeze Dry does go really good into his
team. Hero or Iron Bundle.
I guess I should.
I don't even know if anybody has one of those mons. So like,
yeah, I should rephrase also because Delta Pikachu is fairy, so he does still have a fairy type. But I mean, how much is Delta Pikachu doing? You know, it's kind of like
that makes sense.
Yeah, but he lost his main fairy type offensive mon, so. I don't know. I think Zygarde definitely fits his team. Like I said, I think having an offensive fairy type, especially in some of these leagues where darkness is a big, is kind of a big thing. Having a fairy type.
Wait, one sec, BRB.
Tee. Alrighty. Wyatt.
All right, we're back.
Yep. Any last comments on what we got?
No. I think all the transactions so far have been pretty solid upgrades. No crazy ones so far. Was this the last transaction?
No. So we have transactions closed at the end of next week. So we'll definitely.
Okay, so we have one more week, so we still might see some more spicy changes.
Yep, we might. We definitely might. We try to accommodate with many people not being used to the Insurgents format.
And it's pretty cool letting people test out more of them. You know, not having to like be scared that they're gonna be stuck with things that they don't know how to use.
Yep. So we'll definitely go through. We'll go through next week's recap and see those last changes up until the last week or two of games until playoffs.
Yep. And it's going to be exciting to see which teams make it.
Yep. Alrighty. That's going to be it for our week 5 recaps. Wyatt, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to join me and to watch you get clapped by Swallow.
I'm glad I got to commentate on my own game though, give my thought process. Thank you for having me. This was super fun, and these videos are great. They make the league feel a lot more lively. I apologize for sounding pretty under the weather or tired. I traveled back home, or flew back home a couple days ago, and still haven't like adjusted to the time zone change back to my home time zone. So I'm a little tired today, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep, and like I said, we definitely appreciate you joining us for the commentary. For anyone that made it this far, I greatly appreciate you guys watching till the end. If you would consider leaving a like, greatly appreciate it, and go ahead and
definitely like and subscribe, everybody.
Here, but
like and subscribe.
Catch you guys next time.
Or you will lose your next draft game.